Three, two, one, say, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Dress yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. What y'all know about Natasha Bedingfield? What y'all know about Unwritten? What y'all know about that? Hold on. I need y'all to listen to these lyrics one more time. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Dress yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Hello, amen. Pray. Oh, hey, I feel him in this. I feel him in this place today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today is where your book begins. And guess what? The rest is still unwritten. Listen, that's a bop. That's not only a bop, but that's like one of the biggest affirmations that you can sing to yourself ever in life. I hope y'all are doing well. Y'all seem well. Y'all look well. Listen, I appreciate the love that I got on last pod. I'm not going to sit up here and cap to y'all. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit. And you know what? Pause that. It kind of feels weird singing that song with a Lil Wayne t-shirt on, but hey, I digress. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for last pod. Last pod is doing amazing right now. If you haven't checked out last pod's, it's called Sing About Me. That's episode 127, I believe. This is 128. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Arts Block Podcast episode 127, unwritten. Episode 127, Sing About Me. Go check that out now. It is amazing. Then come back to this video after you checked it out. But yes, thank you guys so much for the support. We tried something new. Something new ended up working. And now that I know that it worked, I know that this is something that I can continue to do. Probably not every pod. Actually, this won't be an every pod thing, but it might be an every Wednesday pod thing. Let me tell you guys about the new format of the Arts Block Podcast and how it will look from now on, right? The Arts Block Podcast will now be split up into two different things. The Wednesday pod is going to be super educational. It's going to be we're going to break down things. We're going to talk about things. We're going to analyze things. We're going to put our artistic thinking caps on. And that's what that episode is going to be. The Sunday pods, it's the weekend. It's Sunday. Niggas got work tomorrow. Niggas got school tomorrow. We're not trying to do all that. We just trying to vibe and have fun. So guess what? This is just going to be the vibe and have fun pod. So I know there's a lot of things that happen in the week. Trust me, all of those things that happen in the week are going to be talked about on Wednesday. Sorry, I had to think about the day. I was about to say Sunday, but no, this is coming out on Sunday. Everything that happened throughout this week is going to be talked about on Wednesday. Cold dropping, I have a whole dissertation on that. I have a whole theory behind that. Don't worry, that's coming out Wednesday. Diddy's lawyer dropping the case. That's a big one. That's coming out Wednesday. Also, I'm waiting to see if there's more information about that. I didn't want to misspeak, and I didn't want to take that situation as seriously as it can be. So I'm waiting on more information about that. But Diddy's lawyer dropping the case, we're waiting on Wednesday. Steve Smith Sr., you dirty dog. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday. So all of these things we're going to touch on Wednesday. So what the fuck are we going to talk about today? I will also want to do something new today. I'm just in the mood of trying things out, right? Maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But oftentimes when I'm on the pod and I am talking about things, right? And I'm actively talking about things. I usually am like, oh, I saw this video of X, Y, and Z, or I saw this online or on Twitter or on TikTok, X, Y, and Z, right? However, I realized that a lot of you all don't see the videos that I be talking about, or don't even know what I be talking about. So I came up with the amazing idea of what if we do like a reaction pod today. What if today I find a whole bunch of videos that I've seen online that interest me this week? Some videos I've seen, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I've seen a lot of these videos. Some videos on here I didn't see. I might have saw like a couple seconds of it just to make sure that hey, I saw a couple seconds of it just to make sure that there wasn't any music, and then I added it to the thing, right? One of these or two of these videos will have music on them. So if there's music, you will only be able to hear me. You won't be able to hear the clip, but you will be able to see it, and I will be able to describe it, and you can be able to find the clip on your own. I already got a strike on YouTube, and I'm not trying to keep getting those. I'm not trying to keep getting those at all. I'm okay. I'm good off of all of the strikes. All right. Are we doing good? Oh, I didn't even get into my thing, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so I can be notified every time we post a podcast. That is on YouTube. Make sure if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please give me a 5-star and a review and just say that this is the greatest pod you have ever heard in your life, and that will suffice. All right, let's jump into it. I'm excited. First video that we are going to be talking about is
listen, I didn't even want y'all to comment. Can we make the loudest barks for Doechii?
I love this so much. This is so dope to me. I love this. I love how Tyler supports her, bro.
I'm so happy she exists. We have to keep supporting everything she does. Keep supporting art. Keep supporting art. Even if I don't even need y'all to like this shit. Just support it. We need that to exist in the midst of all this other shit.
That's good. That's good. So if you don't know what that is, that's Doechii and Tyler, the Creator. They are together on stage. I think this is his 5th show in LA in a row. I think he did like LA. He's doing LA 6 nights in a row. I think this is LA number 5. This was recorded at. And yeah, he's just giving Doechii her flowers, right? And specifically what he said towards the end, I know there was a lot of screaming, so you might not be able to hear. He said, keep supporting art. We need that to exist in the midst of all this other bullshit, right? I agree. We need more people like Doechii. Again, this is a Doechii stan page. I'm a Doechii stan. I support Doechii. I'm a 100% Doechii supporter, Doechii fan. When she releases the album, I will stream the album. When she releases tour dates, I will buy the tickets. I am number one Doechii supporter. So when I see videos of this, right, and not only Doechii, but just any other black woman in art, right, I'm a huge supporter of. And when I see a fellow black man in art, give black women in art their big ups, lift them up. Praise them, give them their shout outs, give them their ones, give them their credit that they deserve. It makes me happy, right? It makes me see, okay, we are giving some people the right platform, right? We're giving some people the right amount of attention, right? I feel like Tyler is one of those guys now that he's matured and now that he's kind of grown and he's, done all of his grown man things now. I feel like we have given him, he's at a point right now where yes, he knows how to handle the platform that he is given, and he handles it very well. And he does it by spotlighting artists like Doechii. He spotlight artists like Tizo. He spotlights a whole bunch of young up and coming artist. Like the first time I heard of Kylie, I always mess up her last name. Kylie Uchis. I always mess up her last name. I'm sorry, Kylie. Kylie, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I always mess up your name. I'm sorry. But the first time I heard of her was on See You Again from Tyler, right? And I was like, damn, she can blow. So he's always uplifting artists, young artists, black artists, even though Kylie, I don't think she's black, but still shout out to her, woman of color. So yeah, shout out Tyler, man, just doing what he does, just being dope, highlighting artists. All right, next clip, let's get to it. What are we talking about here?
He wanted his red bottoms shown in his music video.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, why is he stepping in the name of love? Oh, he is, nigga look like he walking in the snow. Listen, fellas, ladies, people, I understand the designer is expensive. I think he had on Louboutins. Them are expensive. And you want people to see the red bottom. I understand. I get it. That nigga wearing Louboutins in 2025? Wait. Like, hold on. Hold on. There might be bigger issues. There might be bigger issues here. This nigga is wearing Louboutins in 2025. The shit with like the rhinestones on the side. Ew, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's disgusting. Why is he wearing that? Why is he wearing that? Anyway, fellas, I understand that it is expensive, right? However, you and I know you spend a lot of money, and I know you want to flex, and I know you want to do all this type of things, right? But you don't have to. You don't have to. When you got it, you don't gotta tell everybody that you got it, because guess what? You just gonna have it, and niggas gonna see you have it, and they gonna be like, oh, he got it. But the niggas that's showing everybody how much they got, what they got, how much of it they have, I'm thinking that's all you have. You don't have much. If you are posing with $10,000 in every pic, right? I'm thinking that that's the only $10,000 that you have to your name. That's the only $10,000 you have. You don't have no other $10,000. Or you and your homie are scraping money together to make sure that you post the $10,000 every time you and your homies using the same $10,000 like it's prop money. So when I see things like this, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me be like, oh man, he fly, he brother. No, man, sir, you are wearing Christian Louboutins in 2025. And all of this doesn't matter if the music is bad. You lucky that this is a good editor and he make sure the music video was muted. But from the looks of things, I don't think that this is one of them ones. I don't think that this is the one that's going to get you and your homies out. I don't think so. This music video, just by the looks of it, I'm not a car guy, so don't get me wrong. I'm not a car guy, so I don't know what car this is. I'm getting Bentley vibes from this. So if this is a Bentley, and if he is wearing Christian Louboutins on his feet, this is giving me 2012 Stay Scheming vibes. Rick Ross, sir, you are 13 years behind. Go ahead and apply for that 401k. Get the job with the good 401k, with the good one, with the good retirement plan, great benefits. This ain't for you, good sir. This ain't for you. We need less rappers and just more regular niggas. What happened to just being a regular nigga? We need less rappers and just more niggas. We just need more of y'all. Just people out here just being. We need and when I mean niggas, I don't mean just niggas in the street, shoot them up, bang, bang, gang, gang. No. I just mean people outside doing work. Like, what happened to being a gardener? Nigga, you don't like planting flowers? What happened to, I don't know. What happened to being a mechanic? You don't like cars? You don't like working on cars? You don't want to be a bus driver? I heard UPS drivers making 6 figures now. Nigga, you don't want to work for UPS? Why does everybody want to make... Next video. Speaking of making music, but this is actual talent though, so I'm not mad at this.
First class, I ain't going nowhere. Nails, hair, things, take me somewhere. Ain't trying to do nothing but look pretty in there. Hurry up and put me in my soft girl air. Big fat black high maintenance. I've been busy, take me on a vacation. Make your money to your mouth, don't say shit. Serving cake on the plate, come face it.
All right. I love Ari Lennox. I really do. I love Ari Lennox, and I don't want anybody to like take what I say as hate, right? I love Shea Butter Baby. I love damn, what's the last? No. She dropped a EP before she dropped her last album. Damn, what's the name of Ari Lennox's last album? No, because POF, Plenty of Fish, that's That's the title. That's the name of the first track. Damn, what's the name of Ari Lennox's last album? Sorry, Tasia. Don't kill me, Tasia. I gotta look it up. Age, Sex, Location, which is a great name of an album, by the way, because it's like the whole dating shit. Age, Sex, Location. That's a great name of an album. But so I love those two albums. And Ari Lennox released the EP before she released that the Age, Sex, Location joint called Away Messages. That junk was crazy. That junk had this song called hold on, what song? I think it's called Waste My Time. That junk said, waste my time, get on my grind, cause I got it done of a. Oh, no. That's No Settling is on that junk. No Settling is on there, Tatted is on there, Gummy is on there. Nah, that was a hit, one hell of a run when Ari Lennox released that. But I say that to say, all right, I don't think this is the one. For you to be gone for about to be 3 years, I believe, 2 or 3 years. I don't like the Soft Girl era song to be the one that makes the comeback. I don't think that should be the single. I don't think that should be. Maybe it's one of those songs that makes sense in the scheme of the album. She did post a picture of her with like saying like album on the way, so maybe it's one of those songs, but I don't want that to be the single. But Ari Lennox also has this other video where if this song is the single, oh boy, y'all, the R&B girlies are in trouble. Listen, if she released that joint, I need that today. I need that motherfucker today. Listen, she is so talented, and I absolutely hate that Ari Lennox doesn't get mentioned with all of the other R&B girlies like she deserves. She gets left out of everything, and I don't know why. Because when it comes to body of work, when it comes to quality of work, she's right up there with the other girlies. Like, I seen a photo shoot, right? It was all the R&B girlies. Coco Jones, Kehlani, Victoria Monet was there. It was a list of other beautiful black women. Jasmine Sullivan was there. It was a list of other beautiful black women that was a part of this photo shoot, but no Ari Lennox. And I was like, yo, if anybody deserves to be there, not saying that they should have excluded anybody or took anybody out of that list, because I feel like every one of them deserve to be in that photo shoot and all of them are talented. But if there's one person that for sure needed to be there, is Ari Lennox. Why do we keep disrespecting Ari? And why is the Ari disrespect just sliding by? I don't like that. We need to start an Ari Lennox freaking what is it called? What is like a support group or something? I don't know. But we need to start rallying for Ari, like how SZA has her clan. Who else has a clan? Beyonce has the Beehive. Nicki Minaj has the Barbs. Ari Lennox, we need something. What do we call it? The Shea Butter Babies? We need something. We need something where we can just support our girl and be the voice. Ari, you don't have to say nothing no more, Stink. We are the voice for you now. We are the voice for you now. That actually might be a little scary. You actually might not want that. But you know what? Anyway, next video. This next video I'm actually very excited about. So let's see.
I was probably the only one in America probably with an actual active father in his life. I don't know. Well, at least in Compton. And it was like Boys in the Hood. You remember Boys in the Hood? Trey and his pops. Yeah. Trey and his pops. That was my pops. But my pops wasn't as righteous. My pops was still, you know what I mean, bumping his head too. But at the same time, he always had so much of a love for me. He'd give me the wisdom in the game to say, you know what, I did that. Don't do that. And sometimes he could stop it, sometimes he couldn't, because I still had my friends surrounding me in the community. And each block in Compton is a gang. You know what I'm saying? So these are the people I grew up with, these are the people that I got love for. And when you're around them, you have peer pressure. Of course, as a kid. So I bumped my head a few times, but what they didn't have, what I had, was somebody to say, all right, you bumped your head, now you see what happened? You in back of a police car. See what happened? You at the station. Nobody was telling them that. So they'll keep doing it over and over again. So Good Kid in the Mad City comes from, you know what I mean, we all are born with a sense of righteousness and hope, but it's just the things that we're around. You know what I mean? I always say ignorance is bliss. A kid don't come in the world being bad or being crazy or want to kill people. It's what's already there and what's instilled in them from the adults they're around or whoever around them. And they didn't have that one particular person, which was their father, to tell them that. But I did, so.
Yeah, man, I was listening to Good Kid, Mad City while I was cleaning today. I went through my big three of albums from the big three. I listened to Forest Hills Drive, I listened to Nothing Was the Same, and I listened to Good Kid, Mad City. And I listened to Good Kid, Mad City all the way through, of course, like how you always have to do, right? But it's something that always missed me about Good Kid, Mad City that I caught today, and I was like, yo, this nigga Kendrick is for sure a genius. And it's the religious aspect behind it, right? I never caught that, how that one, he gave us the end of the movie in the beginning. He gave us, he started off the album with the guys praying the prayer with like the older lady or whatever, and praying that prayer, giving their life to Christ, right? But then you get to Sing About Me Dying of Thirst, you get to the end of Dying of Thirst, and you get to that lady, she was like, y'all are dying of thirst, y'all need some water, y'all need the holy water, are y'all ready to accept Jesus Christ as y'all Lord and Savior? And this is at a point where they're like, man, I'm fed up, I'm done with all the running, I'm done with all this, I'm done with all this, I'm tired of living this way, right? And they give their life to Christ, and it's such a crazy, like, just that full circle moment was crazy, but then Real coming after that, and him, like, emphasizing how, like, to be real, that he has to hate all the things that he once loved. And to me, that was not to be like super Christian or like super religious here, but being me, I couldn't help but see, like, that's renewal through Christ. Like, hating things that you once loved, and to truly understand who you are and love yourself, that is being renewed through Christ. And through this album, all he is doing is just giving a hood niggas version of what renewal in Christ looks like. And I was like, yo, I never peeped that. I just thought this was this nigga's life story. But no, he is giving us the inside version of, no, this is what renewal through Christ looks like from beginning to end. And once it gets to Real, is like, nah, this is all the things that you have to do. You have to hate all the things that you once loved. Yeah, so it's crazy that I was listening to Good Kid, Mad City today, and then this clip popped up about how he was one of the few people, like, in his clique or in his group or whatever, to have his dad around and for his dad to be present. And nigga, I feel that. I understand that, right? Like, a lot of people that were around me at one point in time, either they didn't know their dad, they knew their dad, but didn't have a great relationship with them, and a very few of them actually liked their father, right? But they probably didn't live with him, right? I lived with my dad. So I had a very rare experience with having a father that can, like, teach me things and show me things, right? And I experienced a lot of people who didn't like their fathers, and a lot of people who had a lot of hate and animosity to their fathers, right? And I was blessed enough to have parents, like, just great parents, where I didn't, like, ever have a point in my life where I just, like, hated them. I had very points in my life where they frustrated me and irritated me. Like, they irritate me all the time. My dad called me today while I was sleeping. I had to act like I wasn't irritated. I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so any chance that I can get sleep, I try to, like, take advantage of that. He always calls, and, like, he always calls me while I'm sleeping. Like, it's crazy. Like, he always calls me while I'm sleeping. My mother always calls me while I'm busy. Like, they're all, like, they are the worst phone call people to ever phone call. Like, it's literally insane. But I never experienced like I hate my parents. Oh, I hate my mom. I want to I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. I want to kill my grandma. I never experienced that. I'm sorry, I never had that. But I have bumped my head a couple of times and I had to be like readjusted, like Kendrick said. So I understand this full heartedly, and I sit with this and I understand this and I resonate with this. And this is very honest and it's very pure and it's very similar to the experience that I had growing up. So I appreciate Kendrick's point of view and his feedback on this. Like it's very it's what we want as fans and as, you know, lovers of art. So yeah. Next clip, moving on.
Okay, so cruising.
We're
You're
cruising, like I
Got
said,
it.
man.
So give me this moment.
Okay.
The first time you hear D'Angelo's cruising,
Okay.
what are your thoughts when you hear that?
Well, see, first of all, D'Angelo's my little brother. I love him. I know his mama and all them. You know, so he's a cool dude. And what did I think when I heard it? I thought, yippee. Ooh, great. That's the same thing I think when I hear anybody doing any of my songs. You know what I mean? As a songwriter, I hope that happens all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I know when the kids first started to sample music and doing all that, people come to me, hey man, they sampled your music, get you upset. No, sample all of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sample every song I ever wrote in my life, please.
Yeah. Please.
Because when you sample it, that says to me that out of the billion songs that are on earth, you know, that you had a choice
That your song
of,
meant
you know, and plus you a songwriter yourself,
Yeah.
you chose one of mine
Yes. Yeah.
to incorporate in your music or to be to just sing, period. Thank you. So D'Angelo, like I said, he's a talented young man and he sang it. And I was
Yeah, that was Smokey Robinson. Shout out Smokey Robinson, number one. He's legend, super duper legend. And you don't hear a lot of OGs talking that way, especially about sampling and especially about music, right? You don't hear a lot of the OGs actually be humbled and be appreciative of the younger generation sampling their music and their songs and being like, yo, like out of all the songs in the world, you like me, like I'm the one you want to, oh man, thank you, right? You don't hear that often. You often hear stories of people like, I don't want to give you that song. I'm not going to do that. Or I'm only going to do this if you do that. Or I'm going to take 85% of the song if you sample my one note of the record, right? So all of these things. And I appreciate Smoke. This gave me what an OG is supposed to be. And I can only pray that I am this version of OG when I am solidified in the podcasting game, right? When I'm in the podcasting game and I'm solidified and I'm like officially a legend in this media space and I've took over and done anything, and it's time for me to pass the torch because I'm getting ready to retire. I'm like 50, 60. I'm getting ready to retire and just put my feet in the sand and travel to a different place every single week. Like I'm about to be traveling everywhere. Every month I'm in a different place. And when I get to that point in life, then I will hope I act the same way. Like, bro, like y'all want to use like the clips that I have and y'all want to do this, that, and the third with the things that I had a chance to make and create. Please go ahead. Like I hope that I'm humbled enough to feel honored by that, right? And not get to a point of arrogance and not get to a point of where I'm feeling better than the system, right? A lot of artists feel like they're better than the system. But in reality, you're not, because once you like you had to once use the system to get to that point, and guess what? Eventually, you're going to die, but the system will always keep going. So, what's the point of you dying and then your whole catalog of music eventually dying off right with you, instead of the system continuing to go and your music continuing to go with the system due to sampling, due to all of the other musical things, right? Due to like interpolations and all of that stuff, right? So that's how I think about sampling, right? I think of sampling as that's a way of how artists never die, right? When we say artists never die, that's a way of that, right? Having your music sampled, like understanding like, hey, the next generation is going to know of me in my music because such and such decided that, hey, I want to do your song, or I heard this in your song and I want to use that, or I want to use this, or I want to use that, right? I have found out about countless of records because artists chose to sample. Speaking of, for example, right, on January 28th on 2014 Forest Hill Drive, the damn intro song that it's a fucking, I think it's Japanese. It's like a song. It's like a High Sky Paradise or something like that. I found out about that song, and that song's a bop. But the only reason I know about that song is because Cole sampled it in January 28th. I wouldn't have known about that song any other way, right? I'm sorry, my Apple Music playlist, it doesn't spin where I get the Japanese, and I don't get that on my Apple Music. I'm sorry. I don't get it. So I have to know about it previously, and I just so happen to know about that song because of sampling. It's a lot of songs that I found out about or I listen to, and I'd be like, dang, I wonder if this is a sample. And I go to Who Sampled, shout out Who Sampled. And I go to Who Sampled, and I'd be like, oh, snap, this is a sample. Or I go to Genius, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, they did sample this from X, Y, and Z. Okay, cool. And I get a new favorite song. So shout out to Smokey Robinson. And I know that's probably not his thought process for doing that. But just him doing that, period, is just dope to me. And just him, like, it's probably like, I know like his is more like appreciation and love for the game, for sure. But just the fact that he was like, nah, like I sample it all. That's some real OG. All the OGs should take advice from Smokey Robinson. All right, last clip.
Turk locked up for 9 years.
This is hilarious.
Freshman cutting up. All right, let's go.
Yo, I love Wayne, dog. I do. I love Wayne so much. Listen, dog. Hey, Birdman. Nobody came to see you, Otis. Nobody is here to see you. Birdman, get off of the stage. Nobody is coming to see you, Otis. We don't care. We don't. We just want to hear the music. You giving us a damn monologue and a whole 9. No, Lil Wayne's like, hey, all right, let's go. Let's drop, man. I got to go home. I'm tired. I don't want to be here all day reliving the glory days and listening to stories. Wayne probably barely wants to be there. He probably doesn't even want to be there. I want to go home and try to figure out how to regrow and attach these dreads that I have. Let me stop playing with Wayne. No, but seriously though, Wayne, that was hilarious. And I feel like people still don't like understand fully that Wayne is even though Wayne is an older guy in hip hop, he is still the youngest out of the Hot Boyz. So he is still like, out of all of them, he's still like the, all right, man, let's go. Let's right. You know how young niggas are. He's still that to them. So like, and not only is he the youngest, but he's the most popping out of all of them. So best believe Wayne is calling the shots. He's calling the shots for that concert. If Wayne says go, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go. Because guess who's the main attraction for that show? It damn sure ain't BG. It damn sure ain't Turk. For sure ain't goddamn Birdman. It's Wayne and Juvenile. I'm not going to disrespect Juvenile and Manny Fresh. Not going to disrespect Juvenile and Manny Fresh like that and act like they're not legends in their own right. Like they didn't contribute to some of the best anthems that the black community has ever received or entered in the black community's being and start and just the shout out, feel me? Anyway. But yeah, I think that this was funny. But I also think that this was needed. I think Birdman needs to understand that, one, he doesn't run the show no more, especially because he has guys like Wayne who are he is that guy now, or has been that guy for a while. So Birdman, so it's like, nigga, you're not running this shit. I built this shit. me, brick by brick. That's kind of Wayne's mindset. That's what I'm thinking, right? So yeah, let's go. I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. We don't want to hear you talking. We don't want to hear all of that. We don't want to hear who got out of jail, who did what, X, Y, and Z. Da, 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 da. Come on, bro. Let's go. These people want a concert. These people want a show. These people want to hear us perform these very iconic and legendary records that has moved hip hop in ways that are inexplainable. We don't want to hear you talk. They are not here for you, Otis. Shut up. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of the Arts Ball Podcast. That is it. Listen, tell me if y'all like the Saturday pods being this. Tell me if y'all like the Saturday pods being very fun, very reaction based. Let me know how y'all feel about this. If y'all like it, if y'all don't like it, let me know. I can change it up. I can go back to the old format. I'm just trying things out at this point, just seeing what sticks. But yeah. Before we get out of here, I do want to give y'all the message of the day. Message of the day for real. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Listen, man, shoot a shoot. Let that thing fly. You heard? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So go ahead, take that chance, take that risk, take that shot. And you're going to regret it more if you don't do it than if you did it and things didn't work out. Because if you don't do it, guess what you're going to be thinking? Damn, I wish I did it. But guess what? How you won't be thinking that if you just do it. So real type Nike stuff, no. Like Nike, just do it. Just do it. Just shoot and see what happens. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take the shot. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of Arts Ball Podcast. Before we get out of here, I will give y'all my Dead or Alive. Now, what is Dead or Alive? Dead or Alive is a segment on the podcast where me or the artist gets to choose artists that we would like to work with that is Dead or Alive. Now, we can choose one artist. We can choose 100 artists. This is my pod. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm choosing Wayne. You know what I want? I want Manny Fresh, Wayne, and Kendrick to hop on a record together. That's what I want. And I want Ari Lennox to sing the hook. Manny Fresh produced that joint. Kendrick and Wayne, Ari Lennox sing somewhere. Background, ad libs, the hook. She just singing. I just need that. I just need her voice on the song somewhere under Manny Fresh production with Kendrick and Wayne rapping, going crazy on that hoe. I feel like that would be a masterpiece. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of Arts Ball Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. You can follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III. You can follow the podcast at Arts Block Podcast. If you are listening on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time we post a podcast. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please give me a 5-star and a review. You can just say that this is the greatest pod you have ever heard in your life, and that will suffice. Remember that artists never die. Remember that God loves you. I love you. Remember to do something that you love every single day. Do it with meaning, do it with purpose, do it with passion, do it well, and do it with love. I will see y'all when I see y'all, boys. Peace.